No, this happened like a while ago, but I literally had your story of ripping off a skin tag in my head while I did this. I like something like popped up in like the neck shoulder region, like that was clearly like didn't belong there, to the point that like I looked over and I was like, what the fuck is this thing popping up? And I was like, oh, this is probably a skin tag like Kyle talked about. Maybe I should get nail clippers. Looked around, couldn't find my nail clippers, and so I was like, I bet if I just like use my hands, I can just rip this off of my body.
Why are you guys doing this? Is not good to do.
Well, because so what I did is I went into the mirror and I was like, yeah, and like ripped it as hard as I could. And what it like
blood like
did is it, the amount of blood all over me was insane. Like just, it was dripping down the front and the back side of me. And I'm like, all right, well, this is alarming. This is more blood than I expected. But I like ripped it off. And then I saw like that thing you were talking about, Hutch, where like, I guess there's like a stalk that like goes back in. So I tore off, I degloved whatever it was, and then threw like, and it wasn't like no, what I did next, yeah, it's so fucking gross. What I did next is I spent like 20 minutes in my bathroom being like, you're in too deep, get in there. And so I just kept ripping. I rip and tear until there was a clean, smooth feeling on my neck and shoulder area, or I guess more shoulder than neck.
Guy from Mold.
And I just ripped and teared, and then I was like, all right, this looks really bad. I went and took a shower. It stung a lot and I was like, okay, maybe I like took off a whole bunch of skin. Within like 4 days, there was no indication it had ever occurred. Like a day later, it was like, oh, there's a tiny little bump there. Maybe I didn't rip it all off enough. And then 2 days later, it's like, oh, whatever bump there was, that's gone now. Problem solved, as I say.
This is like a scene from a fucking David Cronenberg body.
Oh, I was going to say
it basically was. I was covered in blood in my own bathroom at midnight. I was high